The first step of recording a disposal is to remove the original cost of the asset. For this, you have to debit disposals in the statement of profit and loss, and you credit the non-current asset at cost account in the statement of financial position. For this example, the asset will be a van. The second step is to remove the accumulated depreciation. For that, the double entry is debiting accumulated depreciation for the van in the statement of financial position and crediting the disposals. The third step is to enter the disposal proceeds, for which you debit the bank in the statement of financial position and credit disposals. Finally, the fourth step is to balance off the accounts. JSA Supplies bought a van on 11x2 for £7,000. He then disposed of this on 11x4 and received proceeds of £3,000. These are both dates. The x2, x4 are just random numbers. Depreciation is calculated on a straight line basis at 20% with a residual value of nil. Full depreciation is charged in the year of acquisition and none in the year of disposal. Prepare the disposal account and calculate whether JSA made a gain or loss. So firstly, we have to calculate the accumulated depreciation. For this, we first have to calculate 1 year's depreciation, which in 7,000 times 0.2 would be 1,400. Now, we have to calculate depreciation for X2 because it was bought in that year, X3 because they held it in that year, but not for X4 because it was disposed in that year and the company has a policy of not charging any disposal. So therefore we charge it for 2 years. 1,400 times 2 is 2,800. This is the accumulated depreciation. So for our example, we had the original cost, which was £7,000. We had our accumulated depreciation, which was 2,800. And we had our disposal proceeds of 3,000. So step 1 is to remove the original cost of the asset, for which we have to debit the disposals account for £7,000, and we have to credit the van at cost account for 7,000. The second step is to remove the accumulated depreciation, for which we have to credit the disposals account for 2,800 and debit the accumulated depreciation for 2,800. The final step is to record the disposal proceeds, for which we debit the bank for 3,000 and therefore we credit the disposals account for 3,000. Now, to calculate a gain or loss, which side has more? This is 7,000 and this is 5,800. That means we need to put a charge to the statement of profit or loss for 1,200. Now, we balance this out. The other entry of this SPL would be a debit in the SPL, which is an expense, and would be recorded as a loss. Therefore, for this question, the JSA Supplies made a loss of £1,200.